24 lessons at 24 years old. There we go. Lovely balloons, courtesy of my lovely friends. Yeah, beautiful balloons. So this week I turned 24 years old and I was supposed to go out and celebrate, but of course I got hit with the C19. So of course I had to isolate in my room, and as such I had a lot of time to think about the age that I was turning. And I started thinking about what I've been up to in the time I've been alive and what lessons I've learned as well, and I decided to compile a list for you guys of 24 lessons that I learned throughout my life. And yeah, there's 24. Nice round number. It's a number that I am now for a while, for a year. And of course, I have a reason to show these balloons off in a video. I'm just gonna get straight into it. So, lesson number 1 is don't rush to give answers. The epitome and the icon that is great at doing this is Kanye West. When he was running for his presidency and he was on a podcast with Joe Rogan, I think everyone could see that this man did not care how long he had you waiting for. He would ponder his answers, and it would be a little bit awkward, I'm not gonna lie. It would be a little bit awkward, but then he would come out with, you see, my mind is a whole symphony. And I think that we can take this into our everyday lives as well. When someone asks you for something, especially when it's a big thing and it's something that you need to actually spend time thinking about, don't rush to give an answer. Maybe not do it in a way that Kanye West is doing it, but give yourself some time and tell the person, hey, listen, I'm gonna come back to you with an answer in due course. Let them know when you're gonna come back to them, of course, by or whenever. But yeah, don't rush to give answers. Lesson number 2 is don't buy cheap shit. Trendy stuff, the most obvious example of this is clothing. Pretty Little Thing, Boohoo, all of that. Don't waste your money over there. Other pieces that come from designers are gonna cost you a lot more, but in the long run, especially if it's a statement piece, like, I don't know, a black hoodie or whatever, putting your money over there is gonna fare you better in the long run. There's a saying that says, buy it right so that you don't buy it twice, and I think that's really true. However, whilst I say this, there are instances where you can buy a cheaper item for some cases where a more expensive one is not going to do a better job. You're going to have to use a little bit of common sense when it comes to that, because I can't list out all the examples now. Number 3, not all your friends are the same. Some of your friends are going to have a more pivotal role in your life than others, and as such you're going to care about some more than others. I know that from my circle of people I know, I do play a bigger part in their lives than they do in mine, which sounds so it doesn't sound nice to say at all, but it's the truth. There's certain people that will come to you first for things, and those people might not be the people that you consider to go first for things equally, and I don't think there's anything bad about that. It's just, hey, you've got that's that role that you play in their lives, and they have a certain role that they play in yours. Techie, I know, but just accept it. It's a lesson. It's a lesson. Number 4. This is one that I wrote actually while I was on the toilet, and it makes sense as to why I said it. It says, don't shit where you eat unless you have diarrhea. Now, the reason I say this is because obviously the common lesson is don't shit where you eat, period. And that's like, you know, if you're at a working environment and you see a pretty girl or whatever, don't approach them, because you're in a business place, and don't mix work with pleasure, etc. The reason why I say, and I don't know if this example really holds up, I think it might have just been because I'm on the toilet, unless you have diarrhea, it's because if you can't hold it in. Yeah, I have made the mistake in the past of mixing work with pleasure, and it has turned out bad. I've been through bad situations because of it. However, I've also done the same thing and it worked out and ended up being beautiful. Sometimes it's worth it. You can build some beautiful memories, and especially as work is where a lot of us are going to spend a lot of our time, it's probable that you're going to meet someone that you do fancy there, and it might not be easy, as don't mix work with pleasure, especially when you're spending a lot of time with them. Just make sure it's worth it. That's my point. Not even trying to do a quick, then hey. Think about it, bro. Think about it. Number 5, make a conscious effort to spend time with family. As we get older, I think when you're a teenager, you start stepping away from it a little bit more and not wanting to spend time with your family, generally speaking, because we've got our phones, we've got our gadgets, blah, blah, blah. We want to talk to our internet friends. But as you get older, you realize that some of the members of your family aren't going to be there for much longer. Time takes its toll on all of us. Me, myself, I only have one grandparent left, and I didn't spend much time with the others. But the one I've got left, I've got to make sure that I spend enough time with her so that I don't regret it when, well, the time comes. So yeah, and that goes for same for all members of family, man. Like, your family, unless they're shit people, if they're decent people, spend time with them. Okay. Lesson number 6, say yes more. There are so many opportunities out there. If you keep being a negative Nancy and saying no, 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 then you're going to miss out on what could be the most beautiful experiences in your life. So say yes more. And then I'm going to go back on myself with lesson number 7 and actually tell you to say no more. If you're one of the kind of introverted, shy type, you might have some people that bully you into coming out with them to the clubs, to the parties, when you really just want to go home and have some rest. Just remember that you can say no to people, and you might be able to get your 8 hours of sleep for once. Really, with those lessons combined, it's just about being more decisive and doing what you want to do. At the end of the day, come on guys, we're grown up adults here. Lesson number 8, we're on to some of the controversial ones. It's comparing yourself to others can sometimes actually be a good thing. When you compare yourself to the circle of friends around you, it can sometimes give you a good base understanding of where you should be in your life. Whilst it's all well and good saying, you know, don't compare yourself to others, you are gonna make it JK Rowling. I've said this myself in a video back, and you should be in competition with yourself, right? The reason why I say this is because you want to surround yourself with people that are gonna encourage yourself to do better. You are a makeup of the 5 people closest to you, something like that. So you can look around and see, okay, he's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this. Potentially now, I should work on myself to do this as well. Compared to if you're friends with a load of bums and you look at them and you're like, do I want to be like these guys? No? Well then, go and do some shit, man. Go and write a book. Go and read a book. Go and watch a couple of Josiah Campbell videos. Do something that is going to elevate your life. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, controversial, but it is what it is, man. Number 9, age doesn't equal maturity. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. I've met a lot of girls that say I don't date guys our age because they're immature. And granted, a lot of us are, okay? Let's not lie. But the same thing goes for guys that are older as well. There are 30-year-old man-childs out there. And for that reason, that's why I say that age doesn't necessarily equal to maturity. People are going to mature based on their experiences and based on things that they go through in life. And as such, you might meet 18-year-olds that blow your mind because you're like, bro, how do you have so much wisdom in, you know, your short amount of living? I really should have numbered these. Now it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 10, a big one. Exercise is mandatory. It's compulsory. It's not up for discussion. You need to go out there and exercise. The amount of benefits that you get from exercising outweighs so many things. Like in terms of habits, in terms of good habits that you should try to upkeep, exercise is number 1. Nothing else competes. You could say potentially sleep and exercise. If you have great sleep, great exercise, and are eating healthy food, then there's nothing else that we need to say to you. Alright, you're doing a great job. You're probably in a league of your own. Me, I still struggle with all of them. Let's be honest. Since my last upload on this channel, I have been doing a lot more exercise. I did injure myself playing football, which is why I've been out of the gym, but even still, I was trying my best to do home workouts as well. Yeah, it's crucial. Exercise is crucial. Number 11, nothing good happens after 2 a.m. Go to sleep, bro. Nothing good is gonna happen after 2 a.m. You go out there and you get into trouble. You might have some experiences which are fun, but in terms of whether it will benefit you in the long run, no. Go get your sleep. Being one of those people that are outside McDonald's in Liverpool Street after a long night out, just scoffing down French fries and chickens, it's not fun. It's not fun. You're tired, right? Night tube wasn't here for a while, so you were having to take the night bus home or forking out 50 quid for an Uber. Go to sleep. Number 12, invest. Go and do some research. Go and invest. Stop keeping all your money in your bank account doing nothing. It's doing nothing. Actually, it's doing worse than nothing. It's depreciating because of inflation. 2% every year. Make sure you're doing something to beat those inflation rates and the depreciation of what's happening to the money in your bank. Come on, bro. Do something. Number 13, motivation is great, but it's finite. You can't rely on motivation. Consistency is key. Motivation, it is great for those short bursts of like, yeah, come on, let's do something. Start procrastinating. But yeah, in the long run, if you're relying on motivation, you're not going to get anything done most of the time. It's one of those things, you don't have to be motivated to brush your teeth in the morning, right? You just do it. So apply that same treatment to everything else in your life. I'm saying it like it's easy. It's not. Work on yourself and work on your habits so that it does become easy. Yeah. Easy, yeah. Easy, yeah. Yada, yada. Number 14. This lesson is to challenge your own ideals and your thoughts and your beliefs. Doing so is only going to make you a more competent person. You're going to be less ignorant in the long run, and then when it comes to other people challenging your beliefs, it's not going to hurt you so much. You're not going to get triggered because you've already tackled your own and you've already, become more cemented in your beliefs, and it will make you more sure of yourself as a person. That's what I say. And also, yeah, just be more open to hearing about other people's opinions. Knowledge is power, bro. Live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you were to live tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Hopefully you're living tomorrow, bloody hell. Number 15, going back to my don't buy cheap stuff. It's don't buy brands, buy quality. Supreme, for example. I spent the majority of my channel at some point buying Supreme, reviewing Supreme. And to be honest, a lot of Supreme is not good quality. How much Supreme have I got left? Not much. I've sold it or I've given it away to charity. Just don't buy brands, don't buy trends. Buy things that you genuinely like and are going to last you for a long, long time so that you can eventually stop buying stuff. That's the goal, innit? Let's stop wasting our money. Bloody hell, bro. Number 16, say sorry. It's just easier to get it out the way rather than having long-winded arguments with your peers or whatever. If you've done something wrong, then just say sorry. Why is my battery almost dead, bruv? I literally just started recording. Oh, it's 20 minutes. Okay, well, we're going to keep going until it dies. Number 17, confirm receipts on emails. Yeah, this is one that someone taught me, or was my buddy, shout out you, Jack, when I started my first office job. He said, when someone sends you an email, of course, you might not have the answer for it straight away, but it puts them at ease if you just reply and say, thank you, confirming receipt, I'll get back to you on this later. Going back to one of my earlier points on not having to rush to give an answer, this is a great substitute of what you can do in the meantime, just so that the other person doesn't think that you've ignored them, which in a lot of cases can feel them leaving upset. It's like when you get to a train station and you see up there, it says 20 minutes. Yeah, that's annoying, but not as annoying as when there's nothing there at all, right? Because at least then you know, okay, cool, I can watch an episode of, I hear Squid Game's cool. Is Squid Game still cool, guys? Is Squid Game still cool? Squid Game's like 40 minutes anyway, so that's a shit example. Should have just stuck to anime. That's all you know, bro. You just stick to anime, bro. Number 18, check your friends. When they say something stupid, bring them up on it. Especially if it's one of the friends that you actually hold dear to you and it's not just some like not random, but one of those friends that you don't really care about. If it's ones that you care about and you want them to have an active part in your life, blah, 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 then hey, challenge them on what they're doing. If they're doing something fucked up, then bring them up on it. I'm sure you'd want the same thing from them. so you can, you know, make each other better people in the long run. And similarly, well, not similarly, but it sounds the same, number 19 is check up on your friends. ×2. When I say ×2, I mean, you know, you might ask your friend, hey man, how you doing? And they say, yeah, I'm calm. But are you really calm, bro? Are you really? Especially if they're displaying, you know, signs of not being okay. They might just not feel comfortable bringing it up, or might feel like they don't want to bother you, depending on the relationship that you guys have. But yeah, definitely just check up on them. Make sure that they're okay. Because a lot of the time, I know we can get swept up in our own lives and actually not see signs of, you know, maybe your friend's actually depressed and you didn't clock it. So, would have been good if you realised that and caught it early so they could have got help. Just side note on that though, guys, if you do have a friend that is not mentally well, don't feel like you're going to be able to tackle it all on yourself. Get them help, professional help. You're most likely not a psychiatrist if you're watching this. If you are, hey, what do you think of my videos? Cool. Number 20, loyalty is for dogs. I love how as soon as I said that, the camera died. But it is. I'm talking in terms of work, in terms of working environments. I know a lot of people feel like they need or owe some loyalty, some sense of loyalty to the company that hires them just because, oh, but they promoted me. I've been there for 5 years. I love the people so much, bro. When I tell you that you are irreplaceable. No, you are replaceable. I'm sorry, I had Beyonce in my head. You're replaceable. You are replaceable. And they will not hesitate to replace you if they need to. For whatever circumstances that may arise, you should not feel like you are loyal to any company. At the end of the day, you are there because they give you money. Unless you're working for some non-profit where you know, like some short-term 12 type of example, then okay, fine. But for the most part, yeah. Look at your options. Keep your LinkedIn thing open. Always looking for opportunities. Like I said, always be looking for opportunities, bro. Always be looking for opportunities. I swear down, bro. Number 21, take action straight away. Now, I love a whole load of, you know, planning and, you know, it's great to plan stuff and all of that. But equally, spontaneity is beautiful. It can start something. Basically, all I'm saying is take action straight away. My biggest example for this is the podcast that me and my friends started up. We were deliberating, saying, oh, we need this equipment, oh, we need a camera, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, all we needed was something to capture our voices and our thoughts, and then for that to be uploaded. And I realised this, and that's why we've done that. And we are 50 episodes deep. Woohoo! We're on a bit of a hiatus, like this YouTube channel is, but we're coming back. Regardless, take action where you can straight away. Build, you know, the building blocks, and then you can go back and fine tune later if required. Same thing like if you want to start a YouTube channel, you can probably spend ages doing. You can probably spend ages looking at the best camera quality, blah blah blah. But if you're not making videos, then what's the damn point? 22, Mr. Jordan Peterson, what did you say? Clean your room. Clean your damn room, bro. The reason why you want to clean your room is to make sure that you've got everything in your immediate vicinity in order before you go out there and try and change the world. Do you know what I mean? Like, so when you come in to a nice clean room, which mine is not right now, it's okay, it's not bad. It's relatively tidy. Anyway, when you walk in and it's like, oh wow, this is beautiful, you'll be able to be a lot more productive, especially because we're all working from home now, alright? Or for most of us are. Bloody Boris. Yeah, clean your room. Lesson number 23, this is for all of you extroverts out there. Don't overshare. You know, you shouldn't be speaking anyone's business anyway. Like, don't be spitting, revealing secrets. But in terms of yourself, in terms of plans that you have for yourself, all of that, don't overshare those. I think that we can get wrapped up, especially when we've got like an idea or something and we want to, you know, communicate those ideas to people. But some people don't deserve to hear what's going on in your head, first of all. Worst cases, they could go and tell someone else, and if it's something that you haven't registered for legal purposes, they could steal your idea. Obviously, that's a worst case scenario, but it could still happen. Share what is necessary. And the last one that I have for you guys, lesson number 24, is to take, this is going to sound so cheesy because I'm ending it like this, but lesson number 24 is to take lessons from everyone that you meet. I used to have this thing where I wouldn't take advice from people that aren't in positions where I want to be in. So for example, I wouldn't take financial advice from a homeless person. But as I've matured, I realized that's not necessarily the right mindset, because circumstances can happen to all of us. This homeless person that I'm talking about could have at one point been a CEO on a 7-figure salary. I don't know. And something's happened to him as to why he's become like this and lost it all. And because of that, I believe that anyone that you actually come into contact with, you can take lessons from them and just hear out their story, hear what their story is. Doesn't necessarily have to be advice, but take a lesson from them. Especially because we don't have a lot of time in the world, and if someone's been through something similar to what you may think about going through, maybe hear about how their experience was, and that can help you make more informed decisions throughout the journey that you're about to travel and help you avoid mistakes that they made. So thank you for watching. If you made it through to the whole 24, then you are a real one. And now for what I was gonna actually put in the intro, but you know, if you made it to the end, you are a real one, like I said, so I can just talk free willy. Where have I been for the past 4 months? If you are a subscriber from before, then you may be asking this question. I've actually had a lot of people ask me in real life, and people that I've come into contact with as well. It's actually been pretty cool. Like, I've been out in public and people have recognized me from my channel, which has been awesome. So for any of you guys that have actually come to me and say that, thank you. And I'm glad that I'm actually finally able to give you an upload, which I guess you wanted. I hope I've done you some justice. But yeah, man, like a few updates, I guess. Like, I did actually injure myself, like I said earlier, so I did record a few videos, but they just weren't what I wanted to do. One of the videos was how I switched to iPhone now. I'm big in the iPhone Apple ecosystem. I do still have my PC, but like I said, here's a MacBook, here's a mouse, here's a keyboard, which I had this all before. But as you can see, look, watch, AirPods over there, AirTags in the bag. Look, we've got HomePods here, stereo setup, HomePods. So yeah, it's just because it's more convenient, I guess, for my life. And it goes back to what I was saying about second guessing yourselves. And I was always that guy. I was like, oh, iPhones are shit. You know, Android is way better value for money. But actually, hasn't been because you know, times have changed. Androids have, you know, started to creep in price. OnePlus was my favorite Android phone brand, and I'm just not interested in them anymore. And so yeah, I get a lot more out of the Apple ecosystem, especially because my work laptop is a MacBook. It's great to copy links from my phone and paste it on the laptop. It's fucking great, So yeah, guys, that's about it though. More videos coming soon. I'm not doing this 4-month break again. I guess you know what it is. It's also it made me, once you haven't been in front of the camera for a long time and recording videos like this, it's kind of, I guess, daunting, because you're like, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? And it did take me a while to actually start talking to you lot again. But once you're in the flow of things, it's alright. I mean, what do I do, bro? If I just press record on the camera and then just bloody start editing it, you know, it's not that bloody hard. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. No more 4-month thing. Look, I say this going back on my lesson, but you lot are the real ones, innit? So like, I'm not oversharing. Am I oversharing? A little bit, but I don't mind, man. I don't mind. Okay, enough of that. Thank you guys for all your support. Yeah, I guess we're back. I'd like to think so. So stay tuned on this channel, and I hope to see you guys soon. Preferably next week, because preferably I'd like to be getting back to a regular uploading schedule. But we shall see, shan't we? Okay, take care, guys. Appreciate ya. Love.